Good evening, everyone. Uh,
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Evening, ma'am.
Thank you
Good
so
evening,
much
ma'am.
for being today. Uh, it's a special orientation program, so welcome you all. Today's speaker is Miss Archika Jain. So, are you all ready to upskill your
Yes, madam. Yes,
skills?
madam.
Yes,
Type
ma'am.
yes
Sure.
in the comment. Type yes in the comment if you are ready. Thank you all for the responses. So before we
Madam,
start, I want to tell you this is a interactive session. So I request you all to open your cameras.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Nice to see you all here. It's the second last day of the year, and we are learning a lot. We are learning and ready to learn a lot of things today. Just a second. Okay. So again, are you all ready in your career in psychology in this upcoming year 2024? If you all are ready, then type yes. And if you are still not ready, type no. I can already see a lot of responses in the chat box. Yes. How excited are you to learn different ways today? How to get success in psychology as a career? How to get successful as a professional in psychology? This would be the agenda of this workshop today. Okay, great to hear your responses. So I'll be taking all your questions in the end. Okay, so let's get started. I have a game for you before we get started, right? I would be sending you in breakout room. There would be 3 people in each breakout room. Okay, let's understand the activity, what you have to do. Before that, I would also like to know from all of you, how many of you are already working in this profession and how many of you are budding psychologists? If you're already working in the profession, write A. If you're a budding psychologist, write B in the chat box. If you're already working, okay, write B if you're a budding psychologist. Okay. Okay, great to know. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Many of you are budding psychologists in this field. Okay, great to know you all. So let me tell you about this activity. What is this activity all about? Okay. Whatever journey, basically you have to make a map. A map. A map like this. We make a map like this now from here to here, here. This way you have to make a map which would embark your journey as a psychology student or as a mental health professional in this profession, in this field. You can use different symbols, landmarks to represent significant experiences during this journey. Okay? You have to use different symbols and landmarks to represent your journey. And then we'll discuss it. You can discuss this journey from each other so that you can discuss your experiences in this psychology journey. Did you get this activity? I repeat, you have to make a map or draw a map where you would be representing your journey in psychology. You can use different symbols and landmarks to represent significant experiences during this journey. And then we would be discussing it further. So are you all ready? Is this activity clear to everyone? Write C if it's clear. Okay. If it's not clear, write NC.
நீ அது பிரேக் அடிச்சு பின்னாடி இருக்க வேண்டியதானே.
Yes. Great. If you want me repeat, do tell me. Okay, it's clear to most of you. Wonderful. What about others? I've got little responses. Yes. Okay. So I'm making breakout rooms. Let's join in the breakout room. Everyone has to join in the breakout room. Please join in the breakout room. Complete your activity. You have 5 minutes to do this activity. We'll be reminding of our journey in this field. I hope you all have got the link to join the breakout room. I can see lots of people joining the rooms. You might have got the request to join the breakout room. Please join the rooms. Yes, wonderful. Yes. Join the breakout room. Shanavaz, Nisha, Pallavi, Kritika, please join the rooms. You might have got the request for the breakout room. Elena, Barkha, you want to ask something? You all can unmute and start discussing. You have 5 minutes. I'll close the rooms by 6:23. Barkat, you want to ask anything?
Yes, ma'am, I couldn't join
You
the
are
room.
you are already in the room. Okay, you can
Okay, ma'am, then.
study with Elena, make a map, okay? You both have to make a map. Discuss your journey in this field.
Ma'am, how are we supposed to make the map?
Just a map like
On a page or somewhere?
on a paper.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Make a map. Yes, everyone is there in the activity. Kausar, I am sending you in room 2 for the activity. Xiaomi, I'm also sending you in room 3 for the activity. Are you ready? You can discuss about the activity from your team members. Pallavi, Aditi, you can join your rooms. It would be a very fun activity. Pallavi, Nisha. Tahira, you can join your rooms. Everyone has to make a map on the paper. Embark your journey in the field of psychology. Use different symbols and landmarks to represent significant experiences in the field. You have 5 minutes and the rooms would be closed by 6:25. Automatically, you will come in the main session. Manini, you are only the person. I'll send you in another room, Manini. You can join the next room. Few seconds left and you would be again in the main session. Yes, let me know what you have discussed, what you have made. Were you able to make a map of your journey? It's very important to reflect back, isn't it? We are going in the new year. We want to progress in our career. Definitely, we want to look back and see what we have learned. What are the paths we have walked upon? And that would only help us to choose newer paths. This is the reason we engaged in this activity. Anyone of you would like to share your journey in psychological field? So I invite two groups from here to share your journey in the psychology field. Yes, any volunteer?
Ma'am, may I?
Please, Miss Savita.
Yeah, I don't know if this activity is right or wrong, but
Problem.
can you see?
Yes, please show. It is, oh, yes, yes, we can see now. Wonderful. Wonderfully made. Can you share this in the group as well after
Yeah.
this? Yeah, please do share. Yes.
So, and this my journey started when I was in my teens, completely confused
Hmm.
and couldn't handle emotions, and simple troubles would, appear to me like a big issues in my life.
Hmm.
And sometimes I would feel like ending my life too. Even I was in teens, it was so bad that time. So then I came to college, and in college there was a discussion about Dr. Ali Khwaja, who runs a counseling center here in Bangalore, Banjara Center. So we would listen to his free sessions every Thursday, called as Pepper Seeds.
Okay.
After listening to those talk, it was entirely different from how I was thinking and how I was leading my life. Entirely different, and that was a U-turn to me. Then I took a professional course, 1 year course, and I could understand what emotions are, how they play in our life, and what happens when we do not channelize in the right way. Then I became a teacher. Then my principal also suggested that I should be a counselor, as she could see the strength in me. Then I enrolled myself in Kuvempu University for masters. Now I've become a school counselor, guiding parents, students, and also a special educator, handling all the emotions now. And now I'm pretty strong emotionally.
From handling your own emotions, now you are helping other people handle their own emotions.
Right, right. Yes. And I also understand people, the motive, how they calculate things professionally, all those things. So I can understand the inner underlying things in them, what they're trying to, say or do.
Yes. So
So that's also thing.
experiences are very important in our field.
Right.
Wonderful, wonderful. Anyone else who would like to share their journey? Yes. Of yourselves?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anyone else? Dr. Nupur?
Yes, ma'am. But
Yes.
normally I don't. I'm a very old student of Archika, ma'am. And last 4 years onwards, I was attending all her workshops. And my journey it started from the time actually in the year 1998 when I did my B.Ed and I went to teaching. And then, in the B.Ed psychology, educational psychology is a compulsory subject. So from that time onwards, I somehow, just like this subject, and you won't believe, I somehow used to have an intuition. Okay, somehow the other day I will study. Till the time it was 2008 when my daughter started taking up humanities and studying psychology. So, and then I was also teaching in the same school. It was in Delhi, Navy Children's School, Chanakyapuri. Then I had lot of children in my class with deviant behavior. And principal ma'am had so much faith in me that all those children were specially put in my class. And I had the counselor, the psychologist coming and visiting my class, sitting, observing, all those students. And I used to also go to meet her on a frequent basis. So like that, I developed a liking, and she told me, ma'am, what I can see is, you have an aptitude for the subject, you have a love, and you have passionate about knowing human beings.
Hmm. Great.
So then what happened from there only, then 2012 onwards, I formally registered myself in Annamalai University, and I started doing MSc in applied psychology from the distance learning mode. And I completed it into 3 years. And thereafter, I was self motivated, and I found the faculty and the standard of education there so high and so well. So I was all the more motivated, and I got admission to do my research. So then 2013 to 18, I did my research for 5 years, completed it, God's grace. And after that, 2019 to 21, 2 years, I taught as a PGT psychology in Navy Children's School, Kochi. Then after that, that was the time when COVID was going on. And then after that, when I came to Delhi, and in 2021 again, October, then for 1 year, I got a job and I worked in a college as a psychologist. It is the college is called Trinity Institute of Professional Studies. So there I worked for 1 year, and along with it, side by side, I was also taking up some counseling cases and all. I don't have any formal institution, just by the way of word of the mouth. Some of my friends and others, known circle, so they keep on passing my numbers, and then like that, I get connected to people online only, and I take counseling. And believe me, friends, it not only helps me to help others in every case that I solve while in the college or while in the other thing, it is an internal learning for me, and it helps me to improve myself as a person. Because when you have a peep into other people's life and see what is their problem, you come to know that what type of a condition they went through, the environment of the others. Then, like I was counseling the students. So, what happened when they used to come and share their life with me? So, I, as a parent, got so much in insight that these are the behaviors due to which the young adolescent children are troubled by the parents. So,
Yes.
I, as an individual, got to learn how to handle your own children and
Yes.
how to
Thank,
improve on
thank you,
relationships.
Dr.
Thank you, ma'am.
sharing your journey. Thank you so much. Now I want all of you to write in the chat box what initially made you to choose psychology as a profession. What initially made you to choose psychology as a profession? Write genuinely. What exactly made you choose this subject? Is it to help people? Your passion for the subject? You thought that it's a very good earnings field, or you thought that you would you want to handle your emotions first and then maybe help other people also, or can be anything. Write why you chose psychology as a subject initially. Okay. Trying found the subject as self-healing to help self and passion, helping people, wanted to know more about human behavior and explore, great Akansha, and helping people. Okay. My sister were doing that is the reason I also started. Yes, this must be the reason. I was an average student, okay, but very strong in EQ. That's wonderful. Passion for the subject, understand behavior, helping self, healing and help. And what else? Xiaomi, I really appreciate your honest answer. Want to know myself inside and command on emotions. That's great. Want to help others and myself to control emotions. It's a personal interest, yes. And anything else? How many of you came in the profession to earn? Because per session there are good charges and we cannot become doctors. Let me know honestly what is the reason of yours to join this profession. To be honest, I never thought that I'll be choosing psychology as my career, but due to some experiences, I thought this is my thing. I have the capability of understanding others, also want to understand my emotions, and genuinely want to help others. That's great. Everyone now remind yourself of that spark which actually ignited you to choose this as a subject, as a career. I'll share my story, a simple story with you. I was a teacher earlier, a teacher teaching in a government school, right? And there were lots of children who used to come from slum areas. I used to listen to their stories. I was amazed to listen to their stories. They were handling and they were facing a lot of things. And many of them didn't know that they required help, right? They didn't even know that they required help. And that was the time I started studying psychology and came into this field for the full time. I was a teacher in a government school, and it was a drastic journey. I have worked with all the age groups from smaller children, primary children to adolescents. Now I am dealing with adults also for the last 7 years in this field. And earlier, for 5, 6 years, I was totally into teaching, totally into teaching. And this made me to come in this journey. And now I can say that I am impacting lots of lives now through my counseling sessions or my training sessions. This was the spark which ignited in me and helped me to excel in this journey of psychology. When we come in this field, many people impact us. Like one of you said that my sister took the subject, so I also took it. Somebody said that I was not good at studies, so I took psychology. Right? I found that I had good IQ. You need to understand why you have joined this subject. This is very important. When we meet different people, they keep on adding value and we keep on changing the circumstances and they keep on changing the reason why we choose this. And we just go on this path and then on this path and on this path. So it becomes very difficult for us to choose a correct path. Now, through this workshop today, I will be helping you to learn what are the important skills and areas in which you need to excel. You can use it as a checklist. Okay, so I'm moving further. There are some key areas which we need to focus on according to today's demand. You need to specialize in a particular area out of the areas I am showing if you want to actually excel in this field. One is child and adolescent counseling. This is an area where many of the children, many of the adolescents need counseling these days. Even parents required counseling along with children and adolescents. You can choose this as one of your specialization, one of your niche. It's a high demanding field in psychology. Then comes couple and relationship counseling. We don't know how to handle relationships. There are proper ways in which we can handle different relationships, not only marital relationship with one's partner, but overall relationship within the family, within the workplace. All this is very important to learn. If we learn this, not only we are able to handle our own relationships, but we'll help our clients. This can become a very good specialization if you want to go further in this field. Then addiction counseling. This is also one of the field which is very demanding, right? We all know like it's new year time. Especially Delhi, I would say. I don't know about other cities. Delhi mein to like roads are like filled with people who are drinking and driving. Drinking and partying all of the like all of where everywhere they are just drinking and partying. For the youngsters it has become an addiction. So addiction counseling is very important and can be one of your specialization. Career counseling. Every year children come in grade 10, they have to choose their career. Then they go in grade 12, they have to choose their college, any course. So this is a continuing career where you can be specialized in, and you will easily get lots of jobs, and even you can start your own private practice as a career counselor. Okay. Then geriatric counseling. Earlier, this concept was not very familiar in India, right? Now also many NGOs have started this geriatric counseling. Not only NGOs, but hospitals hire geriatric counselors for the patients who have physical illnesses. And when hospitals hire you, if you are trained in geriatric counseling, they pay you a good amount. Only for the geriatric population, you can like get a good amount, right? Geriatric population is, what is this geriatric population? This is counseling the old population. That is geriatric counseling. Then comes grief counseling. This is very common. Grief and trauma counseling has become very common these days. And people actually want to come and counsel themselves. They want to take therapy sessions if they have any grief. Because whatever we can say, coping abilities have been reduced. And this type of counseling will help your clients to learn various coping abilities to get out of that grief and trauma. So this is a major skill which you can learn. Then family counseling, like couple counseling, family counseling is also very important. People are not able to live together. And this is the reason we have a concept of nuclear families these days. Right? Most of the families are nuclear these days. They're not able to live happily when they are living in joint family. Even in the nuclear family, children are not able to understand parents, parents are not able to understand children. So this one area is again very useful. Counseling for stress, whether it is for school children, for adolescents, for adults, in the workplace, everywhere. You might have seen stress management webinars, stress management workshops everywhere. Everyone is experiencing stress today. How many of you can say that I don't have any stress? Raise your hands if you can say that I don't have any stress in my life. At one point or another, we would need coping skills for stress management. And there are many people who are not able to handle that stress, whether be it personal, whether be it professional. So they want counseling for stress management. Then comes anger management. Anger, again, one of the issue. Low tolerance, high anger, right? Tolerance power has been reduced. People are not able to tolerate, they lose their temper. And because of this, they are not only, this is not only harmful for themselves, they are actually spoiling their relationships, personal and professional relationships. And ultimately, they become happy, right? So they have that urge to feel angry. Sometimes they have their different motives to show anger. Again, they are not managed to manage their anger. So this anger management counseling is very important these days. छोटे छोटे बच्चे होते हैं ना 4-5 साल के, parents bring them for anger management, right? Many of the parents say My child is out of my control. 4-year child is out of my control. Can you imagine? He does not listen to me. He throws tantrums. He throws objects. He is very high in temper like his father. Like his father. Right? So he needs anger management counseling, according to the parents. Everyone actually needs anger management counseling these days, and we need to help them with various ways to cope with anger. Apart from this, there are some skills which are very much needed to get successful as a psychologist. Not only the educational skills, you already are completing your education, right? Many of you have completed your master's in psychology. Many of you are doing psychology. Many of you are also taking up different courses in the field. But do you think this is enough? Many of you are already done with lots of courses, completed your education, but still struggling to earn money in this field. How many of you are agree? Raise your hands or write A in the chat box. Yes, I can see hands raised. Yes. Yes. Thank you for your responses. Yes. So now I'm going to tell you certain skills apart from the educational skills. वो भी included है. What are other skills you need to learn? First of all, therapeutic techniques. Mostly we focus on the therapies, right? Therapies are required. Knowledge and understanding of therapies is definitely very important. Apart from the therapies as a whole, there are many therapeutic techniques which are short term and can be used readily, right? They are easy to learn. I have mentioned some of the therapeutic techniques here, like scaling, exception, miracle questioning, empty chair, role reversal, deep breathing. There are many therapeutic techniques, many therapeutic techniques which are needed to learn. It's very important that we are acquainted with proper skills of therapeutic techniques. You can use therapeutic techniques with anyone. Even they would not get to know. You can use it in your personal life also. Some of the skills, some of the techniques are so easy to use that you can help your friends and family also. Because we cannot counsel our family and friends, but we cannot use any therapy with them. But these therapeutic techniques are so small, so easy to use, and they are so effective. Like journaling is one of the therapeutic technique only under CBT, right? We suggest people to watch a Netflix series so that they can align with their life or get some solution, right? We suggest people to read some books. This is bibliotherapy. This comes under CBT, right? If you use CBT with them, वो क्या बोलेंगे? You are not a counselor for us, or we cannot counsel our friends and family member, but we can suggest them some books which will help them in their life, right? So these are the therapeutic techniques which can be used readily with your clients as well as other members of the society. You don't have to make them sit one to one in front of you to counsel them. There are many therapeutic techniques which are very important. Then comes counseling skills. Whatever you learn, however courses you have joined, however, like how many certificates you have, doesn't matter if you don't have appropriate counseling skills. It would not matter, not at all. Counseling skills are very important. 50% of the problems in the counseling setup solves when a counselor, when a therapist show proper counseling skills during the session. And there are many counseling skills like repo building skills, how to make repo with the clients. Without making repo, can you help your client? Without establishing that trust, would you be able to help your clients? Definitely no, right? Attending skills, listening skills, responding skills, questioning skills, empathetic, ability to interpret their information, reflecting the feelings they have. It is very important to learn all these counseling skills. Paraphrasing, summarizing, all these come under counseling skills. If you're just listening and then giving solution to them, that is not counseling, right? You should have proper knowledge of counseling skills. You have to paraphrase, you have to empathize with them, and not counseling does not mean it's only conversation. You can use various activities also, right? You can give them some worksheets, play some games with them to know them better. Generally, it's a human tendency. We listen to the problem and then give out the solution. It is not counseling, right? After this comes counseling techniques. Apart from the therapeutic techniques, there are very small techniques under counseling which are very important to learn. Spheres of influence, self disclosure, immediacy, capping, proxemics, structuring. These are simple counseling techniques. If you want to acquaint with these counseling techniques, we have a video on this topic on YouTube. You can check our YouTube page and you will get a 1 hour video related to counseling techniques. Right? Now, then comes private practice management. We have learned, again, we have learned everything. Therapeutic techniques, we have learned counseling skills, counseling techniques, we have got lots of certificates, we have completed our education, and we have opened our clinic also. But if we are not able to manage our private practice, again, we would be failed. I have lots of people who have their own private practice, but they are not able to manage their things. There are many problems which they are still facing, right? So we need to understand some points when we are into our private practice or if you are planning to open your private practice. Confidentiality. You need to make sure how you will be helping your client being confidential. Everything related to client should be confidential. Right? You can have some consent form. You can tell them orally, or whenever you are taking some kind of form or making them fill some form, you can write there that everything in the session would be confidential. This will help your clients feel more confident. They would be able to trust and respect you more when you share this confidentiality criteria. Then, effective time management is crucial for client care. Many of my participants tell me we are not able to finish our session on time. If a session is of 45 minutes, generally clients keep on talking and it takes more half an hour, but they pay for one session only, right? They enjoy session for 1 hour 15 minutes, but they pay for 45 minutes only. Not only this, we are not able to manage our own time so that we can help clients, right? All this thing is very important. How we can do this? We have to learn each and every way how to manage the session timings, how to manage our personal and professional time. That is also very important. If you tell me that I can take up to 10 sessions in a day, how many of you can take up to 10 sessions in a day? How many of you? Let me know. Anyone who can take up to 8 or 10 sessions in a day? Is there anyone here? Definitely you won't be able to, right? It will make you exhaust. And in some time it would be required that you would need counseling. When we are into session with a client, it drains our energy, right? It drains our energy and it can affect our personal life also. So it's very important that you manage the time between your personal life and professional life, right? This is very important. If you are not managing your time at personal level, it will affect your professional life. If you're not able to manage your time at professional level, it will affect your personal life. Financial literacy. It's very important. Go research the area around you where you are planning to start your practice. Okay? How much amount per session are others charging for a single session? Accordingly, plan a fees per session for your clients. This is important. Okay? Apart from this, you should have a proper technology knowledge, like how will you receive payments? Apart from the cash payment, how will you receive other payments? What is the criteria? You need to keep that handy with you so that when a client books a session with you, you are able to send them the payment method and you are able to receive. I'll tell you. मैं बताती हूँ. It was in 2020 when it was COVID. Okay. So a client booked a session with me, online session. So I have booked his session, time was decided and everything. He filled a form as well. And he told me that I would be able to pay you 10 minutes before the session. I said, okay, the session was booked. Then what happened? He was not able to pay before 10 minutes. He was telling me, messaging me, I am trying to pay, I am trying to pay. I was in another session. Then before 5 minutes, I saw that he was not able to pay. But he was constantly telling me, I'm just trying to pay, give me 2 minutes. Payment will you will be receiving payment soon. Okay, I thought okay, the person is trying. He sent me a screenshot of the payment around like 2 to 3 minutes before. We started the session. I didn't receive the payment. Okay, I didn't receive. I got the screenshot. So I thought the payment has been received. I didn't receive the payment, which I checked after the session. It was a fake receipt of payment. पेटीएम का वो fake receipt आता था ना, fake receipt था payment का, timing was same, everything was same. Okay, I took the session and then I realized, acha, this kind of practice is also there. So we need to be literate in such practices also. And this can be done when we all meet with each other. है ना? We listen to each other's experiences in the field. We'll have a great knowledge. Then comes ethical decision making. This is very important that you conduct everything under the roof, under proper ethics. Right? There are a lot of things which may happen in this field, but definitely ethical decision making is important. Considering all the ethics in our psychological field, we need to take decision. Then comes definitely professional development. Continuous professional development is very important. Whenever you feel that you are not able to cope up with different things or you are not able to handle such things, enroll in such, it's very easy now, everything is online. Update yourself, enroll yourself in small workshops or courses. Right? Exactly, Ms. Shubha. So this is how we will keep on increasing our knowledge, professional development would happen, and we would work better. Then comes robust record keeping. Record keeping of every client is very important. Yes, we talk to them, it's in conversation, like it's verbal. But keep all the records of your client. Anything can happen. There can be any legal compliance, anything. In that case, your records would help you a lot. One of my client, Okay, I'll tell you the whole story. I'll not take much time. He was coming to me for depression. Okay, he has depression. He was married, but like for the 5 years, his wife was not living with him. So he was having a girlfriend. Now, so what happens? He proposed a girlfriend for marriage. She denied. She said, "No, I cannot go ahead for the marriage proposal because of so and so things." Then this person threatened her through her friend, that if you don't marry me, I'll commit suicide. And that friend was unfortunately, was a lawyer. Okay. And she, and with her family, along with her family, the girl's family, they sued him, filed a case against him of threatening the girl for the suicide. Now, it was a police case, right? He told the police that his family told that he is into like counseling. ओके बचने के लिए ना उन्होंने बोला कि ही इज इनटू काउंसलिंग और उसका तो डिप्रेशन चल रहा है इसलिए इसने बोल दिया होगा. ठीक है, इट वाज लाइक दिस. एंड देन ऑल द डॉक्यूमेंट्स फ्रॉम मी वर डिमांडेड सो दैट उसके जो भी केस है उसको थोड़ा सा कम किया जाए या जो भी था. तो documents were required and I had all the documents, all the case history documents, when he came into the session, how many sessions he has taken, and date wise I had all the records. So there was no problem. अगर वहां पे रिकॉर्ड नहीं होता और उन्होंने बोल दिया होता that I have been going into counseling, into therapy sessions, then there would be a question to me. ओके मेरे से सवाल पूछे जाते कि कहाँ है रिकॉर्ड, मेरे पास रिकॉर्ड नहीं होता, then I would have been in trouble. Yes, Shami, you want to ask something? You can unmute and ask.
Yes, ma'am. As you said,
You can unmute.
I
Yes.
hello. Yes, ma'am. As you said, we should keep the records with us. But you are saying in written, right?
Yes.
But how they are going to believe on us that because all the written documents is written by us only, na? So they are going to believe on us.
Yes. You should keep some formats ready with you, some case history formats, which should be
Hmm.
filled by the client in their own handwriting. Okay.
Okay.
That is the first proof which we can keep, so that we can say that yes, this client has come by their own will, no forced like every informed consent and everything, all the ethics have been followed. Okay,
Okay,
there
ma'am.
will be a
Thank you.
document. It's not like hard and fast rule, but in today's time anything can happen, and this is the
Yes, yes. That's why I asked you because anything can happen.
This is the reason I never had any kind of legal things, and never ever. And it's been 7 years, इतने सारे लोगों को किया मैंने, totally इस field में कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ, but recently I am saying in the last month only it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I always make my notes date wise, whatever I write date wise. Sometimes I also have some sheets where the client has written some worksheets. I give them some worksheets, so they only have done in their own handwriting. So all these notes help. Right?
Okay, okay.
So
Thank you, ma'am.
when we are into not into clinical, so इतना ज़्यादा नहीं होता. We are into conversation, like talk therapy we use. So इतना सारे documents हमारे पास नहीं होते. Right? Yes, Miss Savita, I'll take your question then. Yes, you can unmute.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, should we be registered under RCI?
See, it's not compulsory for a counseling psychologist to register under RCI. Not at all, right? But if you have any RCI license, that would be good. But it's not compulsory for a counseling psychologist. Yes. Okay. Yes, Dr. Nupur, you want to ask further? Miss Savita, do you want to ask?
Yes, ma'am. I just, your experience just recalled me like Sushant Singh, the actor who was, very controversial. I think the counselor was caught because of this case.
Yes, yes,
There was some mention about that also.
exactly. Okay, so it's very important that you keep proper documents with you. This is very, very important. Now comes keep necessary documents ready, informed consent, case history formats. There are many forms which can be kept handy with you, referral letters, okay, and this feedback forms. All these things can be kept handy with you. So whenever a client comes to you, you can make them fill those forms in their own handwriting. Please don't fill the form in your handwriting. Then marketing strategies. Definitely private practice. If you want to get clients in your private practice, marketing strategies needs to be enhanced so that you can reach out to the clients, right? Word of mouth, that is one thing. If they would like your services, so they would come to you definitely. But in many cases, word of mouth does not work, isn't it? If you are not getting a first client, then how would this word of mouth will work? So marketing strategies, explore the proper marketing strategies in your field which will help you to reach to the client. Okay, in our field, medical field jo hoti hai na, if we give, it's kind of give and take. If we give something to the society, we get. Okay. So instead of getting clients first, give them something. Give knowledge to them in any way. Maybe अभी ऑनलाइन हो गया है, लाइक वीडियोस बनाइए, रील्स बनाइए, और अपना कोई फ्री वर्कशॉप्स वेबिनार्स करिए. ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. देन technology integration, this is very, very important. In today's time, it becomes necessary to integrate your practice with technology, be it Zoom, be it a Google Meet, or anything. You need to learn how to use these online platforms. Okay, it's like कहते हैं ना, टेलीथेरेपी का जमाना है, टेली काउंसलिंग का जमाना है. People prefers more of online counseling than offline these days. They don't have time, they cannot commute, there are a lot of things. सो इसलिए आपको सारे टूल्स यूज करने आने चाहिए. नहीं आ रहे, मेक अ लिस्ट ऑफ द टूल्स विच आर नेसेसरी टू लर्न दीज डेज. जहां से भी लर्न कर सकते हैं, लर्न करिए. ठीक है, मेक श्योर यू हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ दीज टूल्स so that you can not only take offline clients, but you can easily take online clients also. It will definitely broaden your client reach. Okay, apart from this, digital tools like Canva, easily posters बना सकते हैं हम Canva पे, है ना. छोटे छोटे ऐसे tools हैं, चार्ट जीपीटी है, AI है. जितना सीख सकते हैं आप सीखेंगे, so that it will help you in your administrative task. ठीक है, MS Excel सीखिए आप, डॉक्यूमेंट्स, MS डॉक्यूमेंट सीखिए, पावर पॉइंट सीखिए. जो भी आप सीख सकते हैं, डोंट डिपेंड ऑन एनीवन. आई वुड से डोंट डिपेंड ऑन एनीवन. जितना आप डिपेंड रहेंगे, उतना ज्यादा आप अपनी प्रोग्रेस को डिले करेंगे. ओके, इफ यू वांट टू डिपेंड ऑन एनीवन, देन डिपेंड ऑन लर्निंग दीज स्किल्स इंस्टेड ऑफ पीपल विल डू इट फॉर योरसेल्फ. Okay, learn these skills and then you would be able to help yourself and progress in the field. Okay, I'll take up your questions. Please give me 1 minute because otherwise I won't be able to finish. Okay, so Dr. Nupur, Sonali, I'll take up your question in few minutes after this.
Thank you,
Now,
ma'am.
online resources facilitate continuous professional development. There are lots of online resources which are available. There are lots of books, e-books, tools हैं, बहुत सारे coping cards हैं. There are lots of tools, worksheets हैं, activities हैं. They are available handy. Many professionals, experienced professionals, have researched and made these tools to help the therapists and counselors like us. Make sure you have lots of resources available with you, lots of activities, lots of worksheets available with you, along with lots of books. Keep enhancing your knowledge through books. Keep using those like activities, those worksheets during your sessions. ओके आपका जब हम सेशंस करते हैं ना, जब हम बात करते हैं तो बहुत मोनोटोनस हो जाता है, बट व्हेन इट इंक्लूड्स एक्टिविटीज, गेम्स, वर्कशीट्स, इट मेक्स सेंस टू द क्लाइंट एंड टू यू एज वेल कि हम कर क्या रहे हैं. So make sure you have the proper knowledge of these activities. You have all the resources handy with you so that you don't have to find difficulty. Like आपको सोचना ना पड़े कि हाँ हमारे पास इसकी कमी है, ये होता तो हम अच्छा कर लेते. Gather everything with you. Cyber security safeguards, it's very important. If you're taking online sessions, make sure that you don't record the session without permission of the client. Cyber security का ध्यान रखना है हमने, किसी भी तरह इस तरह हमने कोई बात नहीं करनी client से that it gets offended, or do not let client talk to you in the way that it gets offended. Make boundaries with your clients. Tell them that we would be talking during the session only. If you want to ask anything, you can message or drop a message, or this is a proper way of contacting me apart from the session. Tell them in advance. Then, virtual reality aids, exposure therapy. This is one other thing. Mobile apps. Make sure that you have the knowledge of mobile apps so that you can recommend your clients also to use these apps. Tech proficiency. Ethical tech use aligns with evolving industry standards. So you need to understand how to use tech ethically. That is also very important. Right? Yes. First of all, Dr. Nupur Chatterjee and then Ms. Sonali, right? Yes.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask you, like another ma'am asked, that how you can start your private practices. Like she asked, do you have to be RCI registered? Like, like to be RCI registered, you need to have a degree in clinical psychology. Okay, like I have a degree in applied psychology that and counseling psychology. So I've done a diploma in counseling psychology. So with that degree, are we legally this thing allowed? Now, suppose in private practice, I want to start in my home. So then, outside my house, people won't know. So if I write, start, I give a name to my clinic or something like that. And then I write myself counseling psychologist. What should be actually how should we do it? How should we go about it?
Let me tell you.
Like now, I moved to my native place. Nobody knows me in this colony, in this city only, है ना? And I can't even go about word of
I
mouth.
got your question, Dr. Nupur. So first of all, you need to check about the registration of a registration as counseling psychologist according to your state government norms. If any kind of registration is required to start your private practice, then do that registration. If not required, definitely you can start your private practice as a counseling psychologist also. है. Even these online apps who are hiring counseling psychologists now does not need RCI license. Earlier, I remember when I was enrolling myself on these apps as a counseling psychologist, they were requiring RCI license. Okay, 6 years, 7 years back. They wanted RCI license because there was no other license for counseling psychologists. But now it's not at all required.
Ma'am, can you suggest some app? Which apps did you apply to and those who responded or registered you?
There are many apps, Doctors app, Practo famous है, M5, बहुत सारी apps हैं. Okay, you can check it out. Okay, yes, Miss Sonali.
And the state government norms, where do we check that?
Google.
Huh?
Google पे check करिए, state government की sites होती हैं, उस पर check करिए.
I mean the health sites, the medical site or things like that.
State
for
government.
mental health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Miss
Thank you.
Sonali. Okay. Yes.
I wanted to, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Actually, I wanted to know if we want to go for professional diploma in clinical psychology. So that will give us license of practicing as psychologist also, but are we able to teach also with that?
Yes, yes.
After our masters
Definitely.
in school?
Yes.
And we can practice as
school counselor. Okay. So I think we have lost you. I'm moving further. The
In the
next,
evening.
Sonali, we have lost
Ma'am,
you.
is it compulsory if ma'am, is it compulsory to work in hospital only after we do professional diploma in clinical psychology? Like there are many students, many children in school who need help,
Definitely.
psychological intervention.
Not compulsory, Sonali. You can work in schools as well. You need to check the norms of the schools to hire you as a counselor. Some want only masters in psychology. Nowadays, they want one diploma also, maybe diploma in
Guidance.
child and counseling, diploma in guidance and counseling, right? So these kind of diploma is also required along with masters. Then you can work in this field as a school counselor. So that's your clinical knowledge in the school setup definitely will help. Okay, but it does not matter much. Okay, now comes the next skill. This is very important skill which we need to understand, not only as a professional in this field, but also as a normal human being. We need to learn how to manage our time. We all have 24 hours. We need to understand and manage our time so that we can maximize our learning, our practice, right? We can give proper time to our professional career, we can give proper time to our personal life, and for the enjoyment also. There are lots of things which we have to do. So helps us in enhancing client care. It also reduces stress and burnout, improve work life balance, increases productivity, better organization, efficient documentation, opportunities for self care, continuous professional development. All these things are very important. Make sure that you do not procrastinate things. Okay. If you have told the client to do something, make sure you do during that time. Okay. If you will procrastinate that I will do later, your mind will be full of lots of activities that I have to do this. Whenever you just remind, let's do it right now. जब भी याद आता है उसी वक्त के लिए आप उसी वक्त आप वो चीजें करें. अगर आप उसको बाद में के लिए प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट करेंगे, you will feel that you are burdened with lots of tasks. Make sure you make a to-do list. It's important that you make a to-do list of the day. I have to-do list. I always make to-do list. Okay? जो भी हो जाता है, I just take it out. मैं हमेशा to-do list बनाती हूँ ताकि बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं करने के लिए. It's not even if I have to send message, if I have to respond to someone, I make that in my to-do list. अदरवाइज आप बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो मुझसे जुड़े हुए हैं पुराने, मैं उनको बोलती हूँ मैं लेट हो जाती हूँ मैसेज का रिप्लाई करने में, तो प्लीज डोंट माइंड, आई विल डेफिनेटली रिप्लाई. राइट? क्योंकि बहुत सारे मैसेजेस होते हैं, कभी रिप्लाई करने होते हैं किसी वजह से, और भी इसके अलावा बहुत सारे काम होते हैं. इसमें टाइम स्पेंड होता है. हमें लगता है कि सिर्फ एक फोन ही तो अटेंड करना है, सिर्फ एक मैसेज का ही तो रिप्लाई करना है. इट कंज्यूम्स आवर टाइम. I would say it would consume our productive time. So manage your time. Make sure you manage कि इस वक्त मैं सारे messages का reply करूंगी, इस वक्त मैं phone attend करूंगी, इस वक्त मैं ये सारे काम करूंगी. अगर आप हर काम को time देंगे, then it will definitely help you. Right? Now, next skill is professional networking. This is very important. We all are connected through different WhatsApp groups, but many of the WhatsApp groups are closed and you are not allowed to send your queries or anything in the group. Okay. But we have created a group. We have this group for all the students. You can send queries. You can discuss things with each other. Okay. If you find, you can share some resources also with each other. Okay. So this is a group where you can definitely connect and increase your network. Increase your networking with different other psychologists, networking with clinical psychologists also, with psychiatrists, with other people in different medical fields. It will definitely help you and enhance your clientele. Okay. And not only this, definitely you must be having some social media accounts. You can share your social media links in the group. We'll follow each other. We'll get connected with each other. This is one way we can connect with each other and keep on sharing, keep on learning from each other, right? So we can do it right now. You can share your links in the group and we would all follow each other, right? So how many of you agree with this? Would it help? Yes, definitely, Mr. Cebu, we'll do that. Okay, yes. Okay, we'll do that. We'll continue this group. We'll not discard this group. You'll be able to, but no like anything else. कोई फालतू चीजें नहीं, but we'll be asking different questions in the group. जो भी query होगी, professional query या कुछ भी होगा, we'll keep on having it. This would work as a support group for all of us. Okay. Yes. Thank you. So we'll share each other's social media links in the group. We'll follow each other and improve and enhance our professional networking. Then comes stress management. Not only it's important to counsel for stress management, you should learn how to manage your own stress. Right? Stress management बहुत ज़रूरी है. You should know how, because we all are human beings. We all are living life. We have people, we have family, we have lots of responsibilities, and this stress is very common to everyone. But the way we cope with stress is also very important. We need to learn multiple ways to deal with our stress. There are multiple ways here. You can check it out. And there are other ways also, engaging in some hobby, doing some creative work. You can do anything to manage your stress. But make sure you take out some time to engage in an activity which helps you relieve stress. And this will not only help you, but will also improve your productivity. Okay, if you are stressed, you will find that your productivity is reduced. So this is another skill you need to learn. Self-care practices. Journaling, start journaling, regular exercises, mindfulness, meditation, relaxation technique, social connections are very important. If you feel you are lonely, you don't have people to talk to, make sure that you start making social connections. This is very important for emotional support, right? Very important. We all are human beings and we cannot live alone. Emotional connectivity, emotional support from other people, from our loved ones is important. But at times we feel lonely because of various things, right? So, self care practices, engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation, again, is very important. Then, client retention strategies. One of the issue I hear from people is client come to me for they take first session, but they do not continue with us. Okay, this is what I have heard from lot of people. Okay, lot of people. We have to retain our client. ऐसी क्या गड़बड़ है? What is happening that clients are not retaining? They are not continuing sessions with us. For that, you need to have a strong therapeutic alliance for client trust. Did you not spend time on repo building? Didn't you show proper counseling skills so that client can trust us? Ask yourself. Okay, ask yourself this. Didn't you not show empathy? Didn't you use appropriate words to help them understand what you wanted to say? Right? Were any of your non-verbal cues went negatively to the client? All these things are very important to understand. During the first session itself, you need to be very genuine. Be genuine as you are. Don't engage with a phone. Don't look here and there. Just be with your client. Be present with your client. Right? Whatever you are saying, say in firm language. Firm language is also very important. Then only they will be able to trust you. If you would be skeptical about things, they won't be able to trust you. Okay, so this is very important. Tailor interventions to individual needs. You should have the knowledge. See, therapeutic techniques कोई भी सीख लेता है, therapies कोई भी सीख लेता है, सब कुछ सीख लेते हो आप during sessions. But how to tailor interventions according to client's need, that is important. This client has this problem. Even if 10 clients have anxiety, you would be using different intervention strategies with each one of them. So all this is very important to learn. Communicate effectively to address client corners in a firm way. Foster a positive and supportive therapeutic environment. Okay, you need not to be a teacher, you need not to be an authoritative figure during the session. So all these things are very important. Be supportive, be positive. Enhance their satisfaction through personalized treatment plans. Don't say it happens with all of them. I do this with all people. Normally it happens to all. No. When the client is into one-to-one session, talk to them, talk about their things. One of my client told me that I had been going to therapy earlier, but that counselor was talking more about herself and her other clients than myself. He said, why would I listen about other clients, what other clients did? I want to talk about me. Okay. He said that she was giving example of different other clients always. Like she was boasting about her skills. This is what he said. So it is very important that you give personalized treatment plans to them. Okay, don't do things in general. So this is all about client retention strategies. Negotiation and contracting is important. You have to establish clear therapeutic boundaries through effective negotiation. Navigate diverse client needs with tailored contracts. You should have proper contracts in the sense not written every time, but yes, orally. Ensure mutual understanding to enhance therapeutic alliance, mitigate conflicts, fostering a collaborative therapeutic environment, safeguard ethical considerations in contractual agreements. Generally, we don't have written contractual agreements. In some of the hospitals or in some cases, severe cases, written में भी होते हैं. Okay, negotiation and contracting skills should be there. You need to negotiate with the sessions, with the session fees. और बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है कि आपको उनको 10 सेशंस के लिए पैसे देने हैं उनको, तो वो नेगोशिएट करते हैं. मतलब people negotiate with for small things. Like I'll tell you, one of the person called me and asked us that what are your charges? So he was told about the charges. What is the time per session? He was told about the time. So he said, if someone else is you are taking session for 45 minutes, someone is taking session for 50 minutes in the same amount. Okay, can you just imagine? Okay, this type of negotiation also sometimes you have to do. Someone is taking session for 50 minutes. From here we told that it is 45 minutes to 1 hour. It generally बैकअप करते हुए 1 hour हो जाता है. So 15 minutes spare उन्हें मिल जाते हैं. No, you are telling 45 minutes, others are saying 50 minutes. Right? So इशिका कुछ नहीं कर सकते ऐसे में, ठीक है. You just told me कि 45 minutes है तो 45 minutes. अगर आप ज्यादा टाइम देते हो, like I always take 10 to 15 minutes spare, ताकि मैं वाइंड अप कर सकूं, उनका होमवर्क देख सकूं उनको, और फिर मैं 5 मिनट मुझे भी मिल जाए to before taking the next client. Okay, so I always tell कि 45 minutes to 55 minutes this way. So that's okay. 50 minutes है, अरे 45 minutes to 55 minutes है, तो 50 minutes तो include हो ही गए हैं. Okay, you can take 50 minutes. So this way you can tell them, you can take 50 minutes. That's not a big deal. Okay, but adamency आपके behalf पर और उनके behalf पर, दोनों के behalf पर काम नहीं करती. अगर आप adamant रहेंगे 45 minutes से 1 minute ज्यादा नहीं, then also it will not work. Okay, 4-5 minutes extra आप लेकर चलिए. अगर आप 45 minutes के slot पर हर session book करते हैं without any gap in between, you will find you are in chaos. अरे ये वाले से इसका क्लाइंट का खत्म नहीं हुआ, दूसरा क्लाइंट रेडी है, you will not be able to deal with that client, you will not be able to wrap up the session with first client, and you won't be able to think about the next client also. Okay, give yourself a pause between two sessions, right? So all these things are again very important. Supervision and mentorship is one of the way you can start your career with, or you can, when you have lots of knowledge, you have already done lots of courses, then you can start with the supervision and mentorship. You can take up students. Okay, you can take up lots of students in the same field who require supervision, and they can give you nominal charges also. If not taking clients, the supervision and mentorship things can be taken up. This is other way. Okay, so now, so we don't have much time to reflect, but yes, we have an activity to reflect. Whatever you have learned, okay, we have already reflected on the journey, how we started the journey of psychology. Now, whatever you have learned in this session, let me know. Let me know now, how are you going to start your career? Just make a mind map. What are you going to do in the coming year now? On a paper, quickly. Quickly, I'm giving you 2 minutes. Quickly make a mind map before I take up any question of yours. How you are going to start your journey from the next year. After this, you might have thought something. कुछ तो आपको अच्छा लगा होगा इस सेशन में, कुछ आपके लिए हेल्पफुल होगा. तो वो जितना भी चीजें आपने आज सीखी या जो पहले सीखी, उन सबको इंटीग्रेट करके make a mind map that this is how you are going to start your journey in this profession from January 2024. Quickly make it. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Send your mind map in the group if you are comfortable. Otherwise, you can also send to the Silent Doors number personally. You might have seen Silent Doors number. Okay, so you can send there. Quickly. Great, great, Kritika. Make a mind map, okay? That is not the only thing you are going to learn. After learning the techniques, what are you going to do? उसके बाद क्या करोगे? उसके बाद क्या करोगे? Make it like this. Great, Ishika. It would be great if you will send me. I would be able to analyze you or maybe suggest you something, maybe guide you on various things, right? Yes. This is the number where you can send, or you can send in the group. Elena, it's easy. Market yourself as someone who wants to provide online counseling. Okay. Share your qualifications, your experiences. Basically highlight your qualifications and your experiences and circulate it on various platforms. Okay. Explain everything, how to book session with me, everything, so that they don't have to think कि अच्छा ये तो है कोई, but कैसे करें. Okay, Shika. Okay. I've shared a number, WhatsApp number, where you can share your mind map, and accordingly, definitely I'll guide you. It may take time, but definitely I'll guide you on how you have made your own mind map. Okay. Yes, Sibu, you can post your doubts in the group definitely. Okay. I hope you all have done. Now I'm telling you about something which we are going to be. There are lots of projects. If you're connected with Silent Door already, there are some of the things, there are some of the projects we are starting in 2024, and this is one of the thing. The orientation program definitely is something which will help you in scaling your career. But apart from this, we have this classes, psychology master classes in on various topics like these. You can check out every week from Monday to Friday for 2 hours from 3 to 5 p.m. We have these classes. Recordings would also be there on these topics. You would be learning each and everything about these topics. If you think that you are lacking in some of the skills which have been mentioned, so these are very simple program. Okay, in each and every area: stress management, premarital, geriatric, adolescent, even activities used during counseling sessions we would be learning. There are lots of activities you would be learning: time management, family counseling, graphology, NLP, child counseling, relationship and couple counseling, metaphor, anger management. All these things we are teaching in these master classes. These are made for professionals and budding psychologists, so that when they struggle to find programs, right, they are not able to decide which programs to join. So according to your niche, according to your like area specialization, you can choose the master classes and enroll in this program. So basically, each masterclass is for 999. Okay, 999. And if you want to enroll in 3 or more topics, then you can enroll at 20% discount, which we are giving as New Year offer by 31st December. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this. And if you have any question now, you can ask me. Okay. You can unmute yourself and ask your questions one by one.
Ma'am, I'm Savita Rao here. Ma'am, do you have a career counseling course too?
Yes, we have it. Okay, apart from these psychology master classes, we have different training programs and certification program every month. So you can check out our catalog. I'll share the catalog link in the group also, so that you can check out. In January only, we have this career counseling program, certificate program. Okay. So now any question if you want, please ask.
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am. This certificate will be eligible if we enroll ourselves in the schools or if we start on private centers.
Yes, yes, yes. Totally eligible.
Thank you,
Only
ma'am.
requirement is Masters in Psychology along with this certificate course. Okay. You would be given all the assessments also which are required in this field. Counseling psychology course means all these come under psychology, counseling psychology kritika. According to your specialization, you can choose. Okay, you can choose multiple programs also. Today's class recording would be available on YouTube. We'll share the YouTube link soon. Okay, definitely after 2-3 more days. Not now. Today would be our last session of the year. So we would share YouTube link and you can access today's class. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a query.
Yes, yes, Ms. Shubha.
First of all, a lot of thanks, ma'am, from my heart. That
Thank,
was a wonderful session, and it's really encouraging and inspiring also, ma'am.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Similarly, we have one master class is also there on therapies. Okay,
Okay,
on
ma'am,
7th January.
just as you mentioned that in the group, so can we have a case study in a written format and some message suggestion in a very short format
Yes,
as
yes.
a work assignment that enhances our ability to see and gain perspectives?
Yes, yes, yes.
Because most of the time it depends upon the personality of the client,
Hmm.
and similarly every counseling psychologist, clinical psychologist have their own experiences
Mhm.
that this work and how someone can get in activities, because I have seen in my counseling session that when you are giving sessions to a lady who is from rural background,
Mm-hmm.
and if she or and the gents or he can get any trouble like psychosis,
Mm-hmm.
so when their problems have lessened or for and they can go for counseling, then how would you start those counseling sessions? So
Okay.
you can suggest some humor also, some
Yes.
rural environment metaphor is also, ma'am, very important, I think.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
those, so in a lot of group we can learn more and through experience, that I was
Yes.
expressing my. Thank
Definitely.
you.
Like this group now, we are making a community for all of the psychologists and budding psychologists so that they can share not only the cases they are stuck at, but also they can ask any of the query. So this would be an open group. Similarly, we have a group for school counselors. Okay, we have initiated a group only for school counselors, special educators who are connected to schools and school children. So that is also a group where we keep on sharing resources, we keep on discussing all the cases. So if you are in this field, school field, so you can ask that group link also, you can join. I'll share that in the group. Kritika, internship is not included in these master classes. Internship is something where you learn everything, right? So master classes are related to niche, specialized area, so that you can choose. आपको ऐसा ना लगे कि मैंने तो ये भी कर लिया बट अल्टीमेटली आई एम कंफ्यूज. नाउ यू कैन चूज कि मुझे ये चाहिए मतलब व्हाट यू वांट टू कीप इन योर प्लेट इन योर थाली. ओके, सो दैट इज द पर्पस ऑफ दीज मास्टर क्लासेस. आप क्या अपने प्रोफेशनल करियर में रखना चाहते हैं ये आप चूज करिए. इसलिए सिंगल टॉपिक्स हैं जिसमें आपको सब कुछ अवेलेबल होगा, सो दैट यू कैन डेफिनेटली यूज दिस इन योर प्रोफेशन. दिस इज द पर्पस ऑफ दीज मास्टर क्लासेस. अब ये नहीं है कि थोड़ा यहाँ से सीख लिया फिर भी कंप्लीट नहीं है, यहाँ से भी ये कोर्स ज्वाइन कर लिया पर वो पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं है, तो ऐसे वाला नहीं है. आप अगर आप कर रहे हो तो उसमें मैक्सिमम चीजें इंक्लूडेड है, सो दैट यू कैन जस्ट कीप इट कि ये मैंने इंक्लूड किया है अपने प्रोफेशन में. दिस इज अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस. ओके, yes, definitely, Sibbu, thank you so much. Yes, definitely, Kritika, that can be done. Okay, similarly, if you are a person who think that therapies are very important and you are stuck in therapies, we have therapy master classes also on 7th of January, that is Sunday. So you would have different other uh, like queries which would be handled in those therapy master classes, and that would be related to only therapy. Okay, different therapies, different worksheets related to therapy. Okay, so we'll be discussing about that. Fine. Yes, Dr. Kishore?
Hello.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. I had one question.
Selena.
I wanted to know if after my master's, I
Hmm.
pursue a diploma course in my required field, like for example in child psychology. So,
Mm-hmm.
which would be a better option to start my interaction sessions? Like it would be better as online or offline mode.
If you're working with children, they prefer offline. But yes, you can at least you can market yourself for a person who would be working with children. Okay, for you
For
both.
example,
For example, you are available for both online and offline sessions. Okay, like I shared to you now, first share your knowledge. अगर आप सीधा कोई भी चीज फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई से आई एम अ साइकोलॉजिस्ट एंड आई वांट टू काउंसिल यू और टेक अप माय सर्विसेज, लोग मुझे जानते ही नहीं हैं, मुझे नहीं जानते, मेरी नॉलेज को नहीं जानते, नहीं पता कितना एक्सपीरियंस है, तो व्हाई वुड दे बाय थिंग्स और बाय माय सर्विसेज, इजंट इट? दिस इज द रीजन, जहां पर भी आप मार्केट करते हो मेक श्योर कि लोग आपकी नॉलेज को डिफरेंट वेज में देखें. मेक सम इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियोस, कुछ ऐसी इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियोस डालिए, राइट? और कुछ ऐसे इंफॉर्मेटिव पोस्ट आप डाल सकते हैं सो दैट पीपल गेट टू नो, अच्छा ये पर्सन ये है, ये हमें ये नॉलेज दे रहा है. So let me book a one-to-one session also with this person. Right, Alina?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, this way. Yes. Please ask Manini, Barkat, Dr. Nupur. I'll take 2 more questions. Please be quick. I have another session. Yes, definitely would like to have your feedbacks. For therapies, I'll share the catalog, Kritika. You'll find everything in the catalog about our psychology masterclasses, about therapies, all the therapies and masterclasses, about our monthly programs also. You'll get all the things, okay? We have all the programs at very nominal prices, and definitely you are going to get lots of resources from us. Okay, it's not only about the program we are delivering during the session, but also we are going to give you lots of resources. So you can check it out if it aligns with your professional career or you think it would help you to enhance your knowledge and skills. Yes. So you can ask yourself, I think you can unmute yourself if you want. Barkat and Manini and Dr. Nupur.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I have completed my master's in applied psychology, ma'am, but I want to become a relationship counselor,
Okay.
marriage counselor. Oh, but I want to know where should I start first step. And you are in master classes. I can I get the knowledge about a real case studies.
Yes, yes, yes. Definitely, you'll get all the real case studies.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, your master classes and internships have the difference.
Yes.
Maybe have the differences, ma'am. If for
Yes.
internship, what should we do, ma'am?
See, internship means internship we have in counseling psychology where you get multiple cases from different fields.
Okay.
Okay. From different fields. It may be related to relationship, stress, workplace stress, anxiety, depression, any type of cases, multiple relation. They are not specific. We help you to acquaint with different kinds of cases in because counseling psychology, it's all about all the things come under this umbrella term counseling psychology. But still, you have to choose your specialization so that you can work better. The demand today is of specialized professional. So this is the reason, make sure that you specialize in at least one of the area.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. This session was very useful,
Thank you
and
so much.
definitely I will join marriage master classes, ma'am.
No problem. Yes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
I'll share the details with you, and this recording would be available on YouTube also in some days. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you for joining. See you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Care and
Thank you so
Happy
much.
New Year. Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you,
Excuse
ma'am.
me,
Wish you
ma'am.
the
Happy
same.
New Year, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Can I request you humbly to show the first 3 slides once again, if possible? I would write down.
Okay, it would be there in the recording, Dr. Nupur. Can you see it from there?
Okay, fine, ma'am.
Sure.
And I will speak to you. We had to speak regarding something, no? So
Yes, yes.
let me know when can I call you?
Tomorrow?
Morning time?
Yes. Not
By
morning.
what time?
Not morning. Okay.
Let me know your free time, ma'am. Just for